rebound. Okay, so this show got a lot of response. Like, people were plugging in, more people calling in. Here's the reason. We have the top 3 people in the United States of America from last year's production. Top 3 in the whole country. And so they are. We're starting with number 3, Nina Harry. Nina, way to go, Nina. Look at them muscles. See, that's the problem. Y'all ain't got muscles like her. They're not colored up like hers. They ain't bulging like hers. All right, listen to this. 394 sales for, where's my premium? $444,278 in premium. Yeah, that's right. Now listen to this. Number 2 is Jeff Schulz, and he only wrote 99, $545,131 in production. All right, check this out. Megan Wood, listen to this. This is crazy. 3,705 apps. 3,705 apps for $1,338,000 and $427 in production. So, I'm bragging on these guys, and I want to say that, and I want everybody to hear this. I want somebody to give Megan Wood some competition, because I've heard this too many times. Good for Megan Wood. You're trying to get them stirred up so they'll fight, and they say, good for her. Like, no, not good for her. Embarrassing for you. Like, let's go. Like, it's funny. Like, people get offended by this. You ought to be offended by getting your bunkie whooped. You understand what I'm saying? They're offended. Or then they're not offended what they should be offended with. They say things like, good for Megan. You ever heard them say that, Megan? Good for you.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Wouldn't it be cool if somebody on your team challenged you, Megan, and wanted to sell as much as you?
Yeah.
Or maybe a third?
Yeah.
Or half? That's what we should do. All right, who wants to run a contest to try to sell half as much as Megan Wood? Megan, it's your life. Are you planning on selling this much next year, or just focus on recruiting? Or are you going to focus on recruiting and sell more next year? What are you going to do?
I'm going to do both, but my issue paid number, my goal is $2 million.
$2 million.
With my own pen.
With my own pen.
You know what I tell people, Andy?
Somebody make a note. I am going to give her a pen so she can write down my pen. She can sign it. Maybe she didn't take it on our meetings. I want to let you know that Megan is still winning in 2024. In 2024, she's already written 269 apps for $95,000 in premium in the first month. Eric Belair is number 2 in the country currently with 192 apps and $54,000. Joe Dukes with 7 apps for $42,000. Marnie Frank is number 4 in the country. Maria Simpson is number 5 with $27,000. Seth and Adina at $27,000. Alfonso Thomas with $26,006 apps. Deborah Dixon has written $26,000 with 100 apps. And Mike Swells out of Dallas, Texas has written 6 apps for $25,000, part of the Fitz team. Terry Edwards is number 10 in the country with 106 apps, $24,000. Nina, you are right behind him. And I don't know where you are, Jeff. You're on here. You're coming in strong with one big app, I know. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, there's some other pipeline.
Big one's coming in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I want to tell you this. I'm well aware that January is skewed because all the Medicare apps that were written in October, November, December don't show up till January. So a lot of these people in here are Medicare producers, so hopefully they won't fade. Hopefully they'll keep up the pace. But they're kind of like the jackrabbit that scoots out in the front, and then later on people pass them. But I'm still happy that they're there. 2023 Number 4 in the country was Marcus Richardson. Number 5 was Sue Love. Number 6 was Joseph Tu. Number 7 was Carolyn Paul. Number 8 was Terry Edwards. And number 9 was Eric Belair. And number 10 was Jonathan and Megan Yakey. Okay. Yeah, yay. Okay. All right. So what we want to do, we want to talk about how these guys do it. And each one of them is very different. And actually, Sue Love, who was number 5, she's very different. 2 is very different. So we're not discriminatory except for the statistics. We don't care how. Now, some people can't do it Jeff's way, and some people can't do it Megan's way, and some people can't do it Nina's way. But you each need to find your own way. And then the other is putting in the elbow grease, the work. How much work are you willing to put in to get it there? Okay? Y'all got it? So I don't care if they copy you. Do I believe in my direct mail? Let's see, Jeff, you don't do any direct mail anymore, do you?
Not any longer. No.
Not any longer. But you were top in the country doing direct mail.
Yeah, first 18. So started the 3 complete years with the Alliance. The first 18 months, that is all I did. Basically, was direct mail, final expense.
And you were making multi 6 figures.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And you still do a ton of direct mail. I don't know, Nina, do you do direct mail leads? Do you take any?
Yeah, but not consistently.
Not consistently.
Yeah, because
you've seen that you can get a discount in Jacksonville and the surrounding area on direct mail leads. So yeah. I would max those out. Jeff,
noted.
It'd be cool if you said, well, I max out every direct mail lead here around me, but I give them to my downline, or my downline buys them. You with me? See, okay. And then Megan, you still do a ton of direct mail, right?
Yes, I do. A bunch of direct. I max out Tippecanoe County.
Noted.
All right, so watch this.
Every direct.
No offense to the inconsistent or uses them occasionally. No offense to the guy that don't use them anymore. But she's whooping y'all's rear end. Like, don't get me wrong. You're number 2 in the country, whole United States, thousands and thousands of people. Just hear what I'm saying. Do you hear what I'm saying? And direct mail is working. It's working. Okay? So now I will say this. It's work. And one of the things I want y'all to hear me saying is, before the show started, I told Jeff, I said, I'll show you how to get more time. Because Jeff said if you have more time, you can do more recruiting. I'm going to show you how to get more time. You can buy time. It's purchasable. It's purchasable. Okay? Here's what you do. You pay somebody to do something you're doing now. Or you let it explode, deteriorate, and go to hell in a handbasket. In other words, if something you're doing, like for example, one of the things I was doing when I started making money was I had a badass yard, okay? I remember going and taking my pickup truck and filling my pickup truck with pieces of zoysia grass. This other guy's yard was overflowing with zoysia grass. I know it's hard to believe, Patrick, like me. That's how retarded I was, okay? We went over there and took my S10 pick-em-up truck, and we'd take a shovel and we would chop down, and have a piece of zoysia grass this big. And we'd put a shovel under it, about that thick, put it on the truck. And then we'd cut another one and put it on the truck. We filled the whole back end of the truck up. When we started to go home, the front wheels wouldn't touch the drive so you could turn where your truck going. So 2 of us had to get on the front to push the truck down and ride home sitting on the trunk of the hood. Okay? And when we got home, I felt like I had robbed Fort Knox. I was like, I got this grass for free. I got this grass for free. And then I thought, what fool is going to have to plant this? So then you put the grass down. Well, it's sticking up. Right? You put it down, it's like clumps sticking up this high. So I'm thinking we're going to have to bring in 3,000 tons of dirt to put, because you didn't put the swords of grass right together. You spread it out like that, like every, it look like a walking stones, right? So I was like, or we could dig a hole and put the swords of grass down in it. If I'd have had a gun handy, I might have shot somebody. Never thought about shooting myself, but I thought about shooting somebody else. You see what I'm saying, Jeff? That's how dumb I was. Now, if I came to your house and I did a time study, I'm an engineer, followed around with a little notebook and wrote down, what do you do? And you're doing stuff like that. I don't do that. I never dug up any swords of grass. You ain't never snorted cocaine either. But I guarantee you, if I keep guessing, I'm going to guess something that you have done, and then you're going to be embarrassed. You understand what I'm saying? There's a million things, or at least 6 things I'm thinking I can say right now. You're like, I didn't do that either. My question is, what is it you're doing that you don't need to do no more? And what is it you need to do more of? Like, I could go on about stuff I did. I learned it from my mom and daddy, how to save money. You ever reuse tinfoil? Use tinfoil, straighten it back out, fold it. Don't confess to that. Reusing tinfoil. It's just crazy things people do as opposed to just moving on and making more money. Okay, so eventually, here's what happened. When I started making money and I learned this concept of buying more money, it's not buying more money. Instead of putting your money over here that's not productive, you put your time over here where it is productive. So you quit doing time here to do more time here. My grass got up about waist high, and my wife was talking junk. We look like this, and we look like, these are derogatory terms she would say about our house. And I would say, I don't care what they think. Them people are broke. Because I learned that at my seminars to not worry what broke people think. And she wanted to know what the people around us thought. And I had been taught in seminars not to care what broke people thought. So I was like, I don't care what them broke people think. And then that's when she got mad. That's when I used chapter 11 right here. Woo! Y'all know chapter 11 in Think and Grow Rich? I am not happy about that chapter, but I used that chapter. I had to focus, since there wasn't no use focusing here. She was mad. I focus here. It's called transmutation. You with me? So she said, I'm going to cut the grass. I said, I don't want you to cut the grass, but I don't care if you do. You cut the grass. So that's terrible. Well, I told her, and eventually I told her, I said, hey, get $50 and get them fools, because we had some people in our business that wouldn't sell and they wouldn't recruit, so they was broke. So I said, give them $50, they'll do it. And they did it. So you see what I'm saying, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
But you have to think that through. Megan Wood is really good at getting, listen to this, not only does she not mow the yard, she don't clean her swimming pool, she don't clean her sliding board, she don't clean her house is clean. Her swimming pool's clean. Her car's clean. But tell about some of the delegation factors, like your staff. What do they do for you as far as filling out apps and stuff like that?
So my staff does just about everything for me. If I need a folder, they go get that. If I need a signature from somebody, they go get that. If we need like corrections, they go get that. They have everything printed up. They call insurance companies. They do pending. They make sure I get paid for everything that I submit. They take care of my dogs. They do everything. They make appointments for my son. They make appointments for me. If we're going on a trip, they do the trips. Like, I literally am able to focus on helping as many people as I can. They make sure I have gas in my car. If I need coffee, they go get coffee. Like,
coffee, gas. Tell them how broke you was. Like you wouldn't even fill your car up with gas.
yeah, yeah.
This is how. This is as good as my Georgia story.
So when I first started, and they were telling me about the leads, and Mike is like, "It's about $25." I'm like, $25? I go, "Do you know how much gas I put in my tank? I put $5 of gas in my tank every day. That gets me to work and gets me back home. And that is it." And the reasoning behind it is because at that time I had a smaller vehicle. It only took like $25 to fill up my tank, right? And so I'm like, if I fill up my tank with $25. I'm on my way to work, and a deer runs out in front of me, or I get in a car accident. I totaled my vehicle and I wasted $25. So why would I do that? I'll just put 5 at a time in my tank.
That is broke people logic
Yeah.
to a T.
No, you know what, Andy?
Intelligence.
I have the mindset of not spending everything I make.
Okay, so here's the way when you start making money, you look at people and you go, how do they make it on that? That's how they make it. That's how they do it. Georgia grass and $5 at a time in your tank. That's how they do it. No offense if you do it that way. One day you'll have stories. Or maybe when you're 50, you'll still be doing the same damn thing. I don't know.
I fill up my gas tank now. I don't even know how much it costs.
You don't fill it up. You do like I just had it when I handed Billy my credit
That's
card
right.
and my key. He was standing there going, I know what you want, my credit card.
Yeah.
And it'll be full. And it took me this long. The last 3 times I've been driving, I've been doing calculations in my head. I've got to remember to get Billy or somebody. Okay, listen. Everybody wants to be as good as Jeff and do 500,000. Everybody's shooting for that. And I get it. And I'm sitting here giving Jeff hell. And I had a person quit the other day. I said, here's why. You expect me to be great, and I want to be average the rest of my life. I would rather be happy average than disappointed that I'm not great. I go, all right. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You with me? Does that make sense? Like I care. I want you to win. Now, me and Jeff celebrate. We had a blast in Dallas, didn't we, Jeff?
Absolutely. It's a great time.
So much fun. Because he wasn't broke. He wasn't worried, was I going to buy the drinks? I wasn't worried, was I was going to wire the brakes? Because Mutual Omaha saw me and Jeff. And when Mutual see me and Jeff, they took care of us. True that, Jeff?
True that.
But if we was by ourselves, we wouldn't be worried either. Okay, but you hear what I'm saying, Jeff? Today, I'm the same way. How do I'm working on a deal. We saw it, me and Clay and Jessica saw it yesterday, I think. It was yesterday? 2 days ago. 2 days ago we saw it. We've been on it. We got the people flying in from another country, not a country, another state. They're flying in. We're going to work on a program to delegate. So we don't have to do it. Because we're going to invest. We invest $7,500. Let's bam. $7,500. When I was broke, I had to put things like that on the credit card. I'd be like, I got 20 grand here. I got 10 grand here. I got 5 grand here. I got 5 grand here. This is 360. I just want y'all, because you ain't never seen one of them 360 Delta. But you know what I'm saying? You don't even know what that is. I didn't either when I got one, but Clay knew. He said, how did you get that? So I don't know, it showed up. People know how to get them. I know. Y'all know 360. 360 is if you land, you're in a transport you in a Ferrari. It's crazy. Clay can tell you the things it does. All right. But here what I'm saying on credit card. Now, we have dogs. Some people, their dogs, no offense to the dog people, the dog or cat people, I get it. I understand there's things that nobody can do but you. I get it. And we got wives, husband, or we should say wife and husband or boyfriend, right? I get it. I had this one man, no offense to the eyebrow people, but his wife wanted to be an eyebrow expert. You know how much it cost him? He had to pay to get her school. He had to pay to get hers done. Then she wanted a studio. Next thing, man's out $35,000, $40,000. Guess what she decided to do? She wants to do tattoos. You know what I'm saying? It's bizarre. First she want to do eyebrows, now she want to do tattoos. He gonna pay for all that, get a studio, get the ink gun, get the all that stuff, and the blood patter. Then you know what she want to do? She want to be a dog trainer girl. I want to be the world's greatest dog. And you got to pay for all that. I get it. We got spouses, children that we got to invest money in as opposed to staff. We got to make decisions. your life in 5 years, thank you, Bill. In 5 years, 50 grand on that one. 5 years from now, your life will be the result of your decisions. Your life right now. That's right. Because of your decisions, not listening to the wrong people, Nina. Look at your life now. Look at your children's life. Tell us about your children and how they doing, Nina.
So Lorelai is 10 now, and she's going to 5th grade. She's straight A student on a private school. She's going to the private school here in St. Augustine. That thing costs $14,000 a year. They provide food, all that stuff. Really great. I love that school. Super nice. And Kalani is turning 2 in 2 weeks, actually. And we have a nanny that comes over every day and helps us out with her so she can stay here and gets babysat, gets fed, changed, so Kyle and me can work.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got a nice house.
Yeah. I got the biggest house than anybody in my family.
No kidding. Don't compare them to your family, buddy.
Yeah, we have, it's 2,500 square feet. We have a big pool in the backyard. We have lake view, suburbs.
From the
St. Augustine.
of Germany. You think you're in the backwoods of Union Ridge, Burlington, North Carolina? Y'all see Black Forest, Germany. I ain't never been there, but I've heard her talk about it. How backwoods was it?
The wilderness.
I don't even know that word, the wilderness.
The wilderness in Germany. Yep. From my little village. It's actually 12 years now in this month that I came to America. 2 years now as citizen in April. Fired up. Super grateful, Andy. Super grateful.
Okay. So here's some questions that people get. So how do you get your leads, Jeff? What do you do? Can anybody copy you? Can they use the same source? I don't know.
Yeah, I use a company and they're all internet leads. They're basically Facebook leads, and they answer a survey, and I get probably about 6 different things off that survey, and basically dial them up and set up try to get a good first appointment, find a couple major areas that their plan's broken, and create enough curiosity to then set up a face-to-face. So mine are, a very few appointments a week. They're face-to-face, and some of those may be 2.5 hours away. So people can do it.
You drive 2.5 hours to see them in face-to-face.
Sometimes. No, if I know they got money, I'm going and getting it closed on the first visit. So
how much do you spend? Do you have any idea how much you spend per month, or how much you spent last year on leads?
Around $6,000 a month I was spending.
Okay,
and then
$2,000.
Yeah, and then I'm going to start the seminars, and I've got another lead source I'm starting, so may freak people out what I'm spending.
Yeah. Well, here's what's your name? Amanda. What's your name? Jonah and Amanda. Okay. Here's the deal. It's concept. How can I show this concept? Okay. This is one way. All right. If you spend, I don't know if I got the money to do this, but let's say you spend $100 a week. Let's do a week, okay? And you make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you get the concept. You're spending 1, you're making 5. Okay? If you spend 2, 1, 2, and you do 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you make 10 every week. You want to spend 1 because you're saving money, and make 5 or spend 2 and make 10. It's such a, it's almost like, the first time I heard it, I was like, what? Because you think about it, if you do this times 52, let's just do it times 50 to make it easy math. So 50 times 500 is 25,000. Am I right? Is that right? Am I wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50, huh? Yeah. 25,000, but you spent $5,000, so you net 20,000. So you net 20. But if you spend 2 times 50, you spent $10,000. But you've made 1,000 times 50, which is 50,000. So 50,000 minus 10,000 is 40,000 net. 20,000 minus, what was it, my numbers? 25,000 minus 5,000 is 20. So in one case you make 40, in the other case you make 20. You're like, what? I thought saving money was the way to go. I thought cheap people were the ones that got rich. Okay, listen to what you said. You thought cheap people were the ones that got rich. That's what you thought. Write that down. I think cheap people are the ones that get rich. The hell? Mathematically, it don't make sense. Like, this sounds like a miracle to me. Now, here's the part you're missing out, Andy. If you buy more leads, you've got to work more. Oh, so you don't like working. I thought you didn't like being poor. I thought you didn't like being poor. Go, no, I don't like to work. Oh, excuse me. I was incorrect. I thought you see what I'm saying, Jeff? Jeff, you're going to have to work more. Here's the thing. You're not going to work more because you're not going to mow your yard. You're not going to work more because you're not going to go get signatures. You're not going to drive 2.5 hours a second time to get that wet signature again. You're not going to deliver the policy. You're going to pay some. You see, in other words, you're going to buy time so you work the same amount. Rich people don't work more than poor people. They don't work less than poor people. They work basically the same amount. They just do things that are worth more money. CAP? Tricky. Now, concur, Jeff?
Concur. Absolutely.
I want you to be thinking, what could I not do this coming year? Make a list of things I could not do. All right? So one of the things that's really, I know. I start thinking, here's one thing I can do. But one thing I do is, I used to look at deals and do the math on them, me cut the deals. Now I got Robbie, Clay, and Jessica is getting to be a badass, the one that does my social media. I had these vendors on here, and she was grilling them. I was like, who are you? She was grilling them. I didn't have to grill them. She was grilling them. So I don't have to, you see what I'm saying, Jeff?
Yes.
You would think I have to evaluate a vendor. But when she was doing that, I started doing something else. I started thinking about a different subject. So you start listening, Jeff, what is it you don't do? So hopefully, Jeff, the people that want to be like you, they got to think about what they, first of all, and here's the other thing. Jeff, when you commit that money, you're automatically going to not do some stuff you used to do, right?
Yeah. I'm fortunate because my wife offloads all that other stuff. So behind the scenes, she's making the food, running the errands. And if you talk to her, all I do is focus on the work. There really isn't much else that I do outside of it, but go out and put in, 16, 17-hour days sometimes. Yeah. I've got my paperwork all done.
Go ahead. My paperwork, what?
And I've got, of course, Amber with BAM does all my paperwork. So I can focus on.
Whoa. Does she do that for free?
No, but that's, when you talk about hiring an admin person, I have a highly skilled, but you could say admin person that.
Tell them what you pay her. Tell them what you pay her.
I pay 10% of what I close.
Okay, here's what most people do in the country. To do my paperwork, you want 10%? That's what they do, Jeff.
Yeah.
They're offended. They're offended. So what's going to happen is, as more and more people offload their work to Amber, we'll hire another admin. We got Rebecca over there now.
Yeah.
We went from Amber, who's unbelievable, to now we got Rebecca. We'll start looking for another person. We'll offload. Cheap people don't get it. Now, I'm challenging you, Jeff. Here I am, 2 jets, 3 homes. I've got to figure out how to do more money-making activities. Do you need to find how to do more money-making and less of something?
I do, and I have a couple other things that I'm doing to scale. You know,
what do I got to do then, Jeff? Should I stop trying to find? You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I must offload something. You're going to have to offload. You see, it's like a circle. And right now, your circle is this big. My circle is this big. I do this much work. You with me? You understand what I'm saying, Jeff? Right now, most people are doing this much work. You're doing this much work. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Megan is doing this much work. You see this one? This is how much work Megan's doing. And this is how much, you see what I'm saying? That's not me. This is like, here we go. This is me. This is how much work I do. You're doing this much work, Jeff.
I agree.
You need to do this much work, Jeff.
100%.
Jonah, is that it?
Yeah.
Jonah, this is, you might be this big. You got to get down. You got to start. Is this, you understand? What's your name? Amanda. You see what I'm saying, Amanda? And people go like, I never heard that before in my life. Me neither. First time I ever heard this, I started getting excited. I go, I do that. Less work, more money. Less work, more money. Because you don't understand, you're 24/7. I am 24/7. Like when I leave here, I'm going to shoot quail. I'm not going to turn off. I got 250 of them out there calling my name. Dogs, hunters, guns laid out, shells laid out. I'm going to be doing something, but it ain't going to be working. Does that make sense? It's like I'm not working putting the gas in my car. Does this help, Jeff?
It does. Yeah.
Jeff, do you understand? If I'm beating on you, imagine this is the top 73 in the country last year. By the way, Cuz is number 63. He gets the same source that you has. He buys from the same place you do, right? The people are going to be, Jeff, tell me where you get your lead so I can do 540,000. That's fine. I don't care if you tell them. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, the question though is, are they going to do it? Will they commit that kind of money? Well, I would like to do what he does. I just want to put in that $100. Jeff, can you do that deal and only put in 100? Will they even work with you if you just give them $100 a week or 100 a month?
No, it will not work. The numbers won't work out.
What will they say to you? Take a hike?
They'll probably take your money, but you're not going to last for it.
They'll take your money. You think they'll take $100?
They won't last very long. You'll be out of business. So you need to put more in than that. You got to have some money on the side that you can go into it with.
We got a seminar system right now that Jeff is talking about, and it's not for everybody because you got to stroke a credit card for $5,000 like that, $4,997, $5,000. They'll put $50 million worth of people in front of you, 50 million net worth in front of you. But if you can't close, you don't know what you're doing, you couldn't find your butt with both hands, if peanut butter was slapped on your back, you with me? If you know good, you know good. All right, so we got to quit doing this, and we got to focus on this. And then there's recruiting. Like, I got to recruit. I was thinking today, and I'm gonna have to share this with my team, because I was thinking, how can I recruit more but work less? Now, I'm not scared to work. You understand? Jeff's saying 16 hours, and I'm saying, Jeff, if you're doing 16, hey, Megan, if he's working 16 hours a day, how much should he be selling? If you had a guy working 16 hours a day and he was only selling, I mean, no offense, but listen to me, Jeff, I'm trying to help you. How much would you expect him to be able to sell, Megan?
He should be selling a whole lot more than me.
2 million? Do you work 16 hours a day selling?
No.
No, she don't. She's got 5, I don't know. You tell me, how many staff you got helping you?
We just hired another one, so we have a total of 4.
4 total. Does that count your mama?
No.
Does your mama help?
No. Not with the business, no.
Does she help with admin? I mean, does she help with the house?
Yeah.
Do you have anybody else helps with the house? You have a landscape guy, yard guy, maids?
No.
Okay,
We have a pool guy. Guy that takes care of the pool.
Somebody come clean your house?
No, my mom does.
Mama does that. Mama does that. Mama eat for free at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a suggestion. Pay her a salary at $10.99. Pay her a salary of $300, but get her to buy the food, because then it's 100% write-off.
Yes.
You do that, something like that.
Something
There's
like
little
that.
tricks like this you can learn.
My accountant's told me about it.
You're getting smarter.
I think you can actually do that with your kids as well, right?
Yep. You can put the money in their bank, and then use that money to buy groceries. Because you can tell your kid what to do with their money. It's legal. It's true. Check with your accountant and confirm. I'm not a CPA accountant or certified financial planner, but I know these things of which I speak. This is crazy stuff, Jeff. You agree with me, Jeff? Crazy stuff.
I agree.
Okay. So he's working these numbers. Here's what we're going to ask Jeff to do, is work less and make 3 times as much. Are you in, Jeff?
I'm in. It's coming.
Work less, make 3 times as much money. And then people go like, well, then I'm not going to work. I'm going to go to a movie and watch TV and sit around and goof off. I go, you misunderstand. Watching Netflix is not what I call not working. You see what I'm saying? It's not really high level enjoyment. For me, it is. Yeah, because that's all you've ever experienced. You've not. Okay, let's move on. How do you get your leads? So y'all understand, he can tell you, it's some big company. They do Facebook leads. You commit. I thought the minimum commitment was like $5,000 a month, Jeff. So you think they'll do it for less than that?
They will. I think it's 2,500, 3,000. So you can kind of transition. So the first couple of months, I think I did 2,500, 3,000, kind of like kick the tires a little bit. And then I liked what I saw. And then just like on the final expense side, hey, the more you spend once you can close and do deals, the more you spend, the more you make. So I just started investing more.
Minimum 2,500. They really won't take $100 a month, will they?
No, they've got packages that it's at least 2,500, $3,000, or they don't even talk to you.
Up front. It's not monthly. That's boom up front. Boom. Do it. I'm not scared.
What's
You
the
want to learn how to do a
name?
seminar? We should have to do that. It's $5,000.
Can we say the name?
What?
Can we say the name?
The name of the seminar?
Company you're getting them?
No,
from?
I don't want to do that.
Nah.
Not
Okay.
advertise.
Text him.
You can,
I don't
you
want to
can
do
talk
that.
to me after this and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or text me. I'll tell you. Okay.
Or text me.
How do you get all your leads through? Do you do any internet leads at all, Megan?
Yeah, I have a GMR set up with Bang Bang. And then I also get the integrity off of the integrity lead portal too.
So what are you spending a week on leads, Megan?
Probably anywhere from like 2,000, 3,000.
A week.
Yeah.
Go back to the dollar. You want me to redo the dollar thing? because people think how to stay broke. What's that guy's name? You said his name, Dave Ramsey. He's very famous, written books, does seminars in churches, and he'll tell you how to stay broke. He'll be like, let me show y'all how to get broke. No, he don't. He tells you how to get debt free. Right, debt free and broke. How'd you like to owe nothing and have nothing? I'd feel relieved. I feel hungry. I'd be like, you with me? Like, this is a different kind of thinking. And then what do you Bang Bang is a friend. You just announced a company. I don't like to do it publicly, but Bang Bang's another company that does Facebook leads. And it's a good friend. And she's spending money. So what she's looking for is easy. Like, if you had a game and you had a basketball game and your job is to throw a basketball in a hoop, and the hoop is this big, and that's $10. But for $100, they make the hoop this big. That's all she wants. Like, if the big bear up there, you want the big bear, you can either pay $10 and never get the bear, or $100 and get the bear. So you pay $10, $10, $10, $10 and never get the bear, or pay $100 and get the bear. If you're bad, terrible, and miss the first shot, just give another $100. Now for $200, you got the bear. Versus $10, you never get the bear. You see the concept? Buy easy. Purchase easy. Okay. Oh, in my mind, this seems clear, but I know it's not for most people. I know it. Thinking they understand is a big problem. I don't think they understand. Nina.
Yeah.
You do internet leads, direct mail leads, and you work your current clients, right?
Yeah, everything works a little bit. No?
What do you pay for? Do you have somebody calling your current clients? Do you use President's Club for that?
Yeah, I do use President's Club for that, and my assistant also books me my appointments. I don't book them.
Tell them kind of high level, how's this President's Club thing? What do you pay, and what service do you get for it?
So President's Club goes into my CRM, and that's what I work with the most. And it's super updated also with, all the notes and everything about the clients, what they have, what they got going on, who their dog is, who they're married to, where their children go to school. Like, it's all in there. And La does a really good job. She's the one that books my appointments from my current clients. La Boonhang. She's phenomenal. I love her. Shout out to La
Bones. I love her.
Bonus.
Where Law come from? My wife, she does dry cleaning for us, because we don't do, that's one of the agreements we had. We got married. She said, I don't wash, I don't iron. So we did dry cleaning, and she went dry cleaning, and La was there, and she said, La, you're so awesome. You need to get paid more instead of working dry cleaning. And she said, okay. And now she's been with us
almost
15 years. She's been killing it. And then I hear her name right here. You see how we delegated that? I don't even know she's here, Jeff. You see what I'm saying, Jeff?
Yeah, right.
So law calls your client. Here's what people say. But they're my clients. I'll call my own clients. I'm not going to pay somebody to do it. We have a thing called it. We call you spider monkeys. Spider monkey. They won't let go of that peanut. Spider monkeys won't let go of that. Right, Nina? You got any broke stories, Nina, that you can share with us? How you did dumb stuff? How broke you was? Like the gas thing? Huh?
Okay. So came here in 2012 as an immigrant from Germany, and was a hotel specialist. Was pregnant, and I was in an abusive relationship, found insurance with a different company that was only doing referrals. So that's how I got really good at asking for referrals. And that's really how I rolled my business for about 1.5 years. Fast forward then.
I want a broke story. What did you do?
I'm gonna tell you right now. So I made a little bit of money, and I moved out, got out of that relationship. So now I'm with the Alliance, 2016, and didn't want to listen to Olga and Jason, right? Didn't want to buy leads. No, I was too good for that. I was working my book of business and my current clients, and didn't associate, didn't show up for the meetings, was not on the calls. I was doing it my way, and didn't make any money. Made about $200, $300 a week. Was not able to pay my bills anymore or daycare for my daughter. And I was a spider monkey. I was like, hey, before I pay somebody to watch my daughter, I'm going to watch my daughter. And, when she's going to bed or she takes a nap, I'm going to just do dials then. And if some of my friends can watch her, then, I don't have to pay them. And then I go in the field for 2-3 hours. And yeah, that crushed my business. And then in 2017, I actually had to go back to Germany. So,
Spider Monkey had to go back to Germany.
Spider Monkey went back in Germany. That's right.
Because she wouldn't let go of that dollar.
Nope. I thought investing was not the right thing to do. Like, how are you gonna put money somewhere?
I'm thinking, Kat, you should rename the lead performance team to Spider Monkey Release Team. Hello, Spider Monkey Release Team. We'd like to set your monkey free.
Yeah, that's like really bad. You're starting to build a life over here, and you do everything that you think is right, and you do dumb decisions, and you don't listen to nobody. That's where you end up, in the ditch.
I got a guy right now. He's making $125,000 with us. Been making $125,000 the last 2 years. He don't come to none of our meetings. He don't come to none of the trainings. He ain't watching this show. Why would he? He's making $125,000 and broke as a joke. Broke as a joke. I'm telling you, you understand, Jeff's got more expenses than he's ever had in his life. He's never spent this money in his life. Or am I right, Jeff?
100%.
You've never spent this kind of money. Now, if you like me, your mama, your wife, your daddy, your Uncle Bernard, your Aunt Sarah, they all like, I'd never spend that kind of money. You with me? Wife, mama, you shouldn't spend that kind of money. What's wrong with you? They don't look at the net. They don't look at his hotels where he stays. When my man ordered a $27 glass of tequila with some lime in it, mama ain't there. You understand what I'm saying? You get a suite. You win a cruise. You buy a first class ticket. Or you flew so much, you just upgrade for free. But they worried about that first $100 turned into $200. That's what they worry about. Now, if you spend the $200 and don't turn it into $2,000, $10,000 because you're lazy, stupid, or uneducated, I get it. So maybe you need to spend $100 until you understand what you're doing. But as soon as you understand what you're doing, you need to spend $200. You understand? I'm not asking you to go broke. I'm asking you to use common sense and keep using it, Jeff. And Megan, if you think I ain't got stuff to scream at you, I got stuff to scream at you. I know. People ask, you got any recommendations, things that I could do to improve my business? I'm thinking, do you have a week? Get a pen. Get a stenographer so I can start talking. How about just record it? Here's what we say. Don't be like a grinning possum. That's what Olga Mathis, that's what your upline said. Don't be a grinning, well, that's not quite what she said. What she said was funnier. Don't be a grinning possum. These shirts available. All the profit goes to Merle Menon and the missionary who will be out there shooting quail with me. All right, listen, I'm going to call some people out. Cuz, number 67 in the country. Cuz don't need the money. He don't need the money. He's the one who told me how to get an insurance. Because I want you to finish in the top 50. And let me tell you something. The top 50 is Beth Ireland at 190,000. I want you to beat Beth Ireland. Beth, I want you and Sarah Seifert to compete. We need a pie contest. Sarah Seifert and Beth. Mia Fennell, 44 in the country. I don't want to disrespect you, Mia, But I'd like to see you at $1 million production. I'd like you to go from 200,000 to $1 million. Mia be like, how much does that cost? See, there's a price to pay to get to $1 million. What if she has to pay 400,000 and net 600? What if she has to pay 450 and net's 550? Where am I going to get it from? Credit cards, selling insurance, borrow it from your upline, borrow it from your mama, or sell some insurance. You tracking with me? All right, I got some other call outs. How about this one? Mike and Michelle Alleman. Michelle Alleman is doing well, by the way. She got like a diagnosis you don't want to get, one of the most rare blood disease cancer things, and she still finished at number 35 in the country with 216,000 while fighting through this. Chemo treatments, I don't, yeah. Everybody should be mad at, like, you kidding me? You're kidding me. Bad to the bone. Erin Wilson, I think this is her second year with us. She was 33 in the country. Erin, I challenge you, $217,000. Jake and Varay, $239,000. I challenge you, Jake and Varay. I want you to work less, working more like that dime, and get at least to $500,000 production. Why you want Mia to go to $1 million and me to 500? Because there's two of y'all, and that causes a problem. Mia's just got one. She should go to $1 million. Mia's not married. Jake and Varay are. You with me? And listen, this is the first sheet. There's another sheet gets down here. Stan Ulrich, $57,000 in production, 221 in country. I know Stan. Let me tell you this. You can't teach tall. Stan is tall. And Stan's wife wants more. Stan, I challenge you from 57,000 to $250,000 this coming year. Find somebody to compete with. By the way, Sean Boone, you barely meet Stan at 59,000. Sean Boone, I challenge you, $500,000. Martha Batorsky focused on recruiting and did 70,000. Batorsky, $250,000 and double your recruiting by working less. Being smarter. Delegate. Don't do stuff. Benign neglect. Benign neglect, meaning you ignore stuff and let it go away. CFG would scream at me if I don't do this. They have a contest that's going on right now. Number one producer, the month of February, we're going to fly you in, pay for your food, pay for your flight, pay for the transportation, put you up out in our cabin, and we're going to do some fun stuff out there. We got all kinds of fun stuff. We got fishing. We got four-wheeling. We got walking around looking up, walking around looking down. We got guns if you like guns. If you don't like guns, you will not see the guns. But if you like guns, you're going to see guns. There will be more quail, skeet shooting, bicycles, motorcycles, you name it. We got it. It's a crazy place. Good food. Todd's going to be there, and Fosbury's going to be there. Fosbury's the president and CEO of CFG. He's going to be hanging out. You're going to meet the president and CEO. Whoever has met as president and CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. Fosbury's going to be there. And Todd Swinson. And we're going to have a drawing. And the number one for 90 days, we're going to do it again. So the number one for 30 days, number one for 90 days, we'll announce, but it's going to be the CFG MVP. So just because you're the number one salesperson of CFG don't mean you're going to get it. You got to have the biggest mouth. So it might be the number 3 person. It's going to be CFG MVP. And we'll pick the MVP. And then we're going to have a drawing for $2,500, $1,500, and $100. So the more CFG, and by the way, now you write term. Listen to this. You write CFG term for $100 a month. 2 years from now, you go back to the same client and you sell them a permanent policy for $125 in a month. And you get paid full commission again. Double commission. CFG designed that just for us. All right. You write some CFG, Nina? I'm going to give you a chance to be MVP. Tell them how good it is and how awesome they are. That gives you more chance to be MVP.
Well, I love Colombian Financial Group. Their application process is just the easiest, the fastest. I mean, you can sign with email, with voice, with the text now too. Like you shouldn't have any problems getting the stuff submitted. They accept almost everybody. So, just running for the quoting tool to be safe. But
Right now,
I put them now at number one carrier.
right now, I don't know if you're going to win the first 30 days, but you're on track to win the 90-day contest. I don't care if you don't write but one. Megan, how about you? Do you believe in CFG?
Hell yeah. I think they're amazing. Just like what she said, they approve just about anybody and it comes back super, super fast that they've been approved. Most of them are day one coverage, easy application, you know, and they're great.
They pay you too.
Easy. She said it was
Before they get the money.
They're fantastic.
We need to cut this.
Aren't they amazing?
They're amazing. Okay, so this flyer will be coming out so you see it. But the bottom line is, write CFG. We believe in them. They're great people. All right, here's the deal that Kat. Come up here, Kat. Let's talk about this. Here's what I said. Where is there a deal on leads? Where is there a deal on leads? And there's a lot of them. Combination.
Wow, there's so many, but I mean, number one is Maricopa, Arizona, $50. And when people look at me and say $50 a lead and you get offended, I get offended that you get offended because I'm really excited about this. Like, okay, Jeff is spending what, 2,300. Our minimum is 3. You can spend 150 and triple your money. Just like he was saying, I give you $100 and say, here, I'll give you 500 back. Why are you not doing that?
Okay, listen to this. There's 119 a week we can produce in Maricopa, and that's available.
Available.
Meaning somebody's already got some, but those are still available.
I have people texting me right now. Sabrina Floyd, she just said she'll take the 5 in San Juan, New Mexico. That's done.
Oh, this is posted? Where'd you post this?
AM and Facebook.
AM and Facebook. These are deals.
Deals. Yeah, so we're taking that one off.
Florida's on here. Broward County, we can do 61 a week for $50. Lee County, we can do 20 a week for 40. These are in Alachua, 5 a week. So there's only 3 counties in Florida that we got this kind of deal. And you guys both live in Florida. I'm just saying.
And I'm telling you, people are texting me right now.
Clark County. Go to Vegas. Yeah? I've never been. I've been. You should go. You should go when I'm there. 119 a week we can produce, and they're only $40. So if you did like Jeff and spent $5,000 just on Maricopa, I'm not sure that you could get all of them. That would be 125 leads a week. No, that'd be a month. Yeah, 5,000 divided by 40 would be 125. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, a week. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, because he's doing that a month. 5,000 divided by 40.
You divide by 4. Yeah.
Divided by 4. That'd be 31 leads a week.
Wow.
31 leads a week. 31 leads a week. If you were only getting 31 leads a week, Anina, what does that get you production-wise? Fresh A lead, direct mail.
$40 a week?
No, 31 leads. 31 leads.
How much that would in bank deposits?
How much premium?
I would say $2,000.
31 A leads a week?
Oh, A leads.
31 fresh coming in every week.
6.
$6,000?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm thinking more than that, but let's go with 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got 31. 50% would be 15 sales. If the average sale was $8,800, that'd be 15 times 8. 15 times 8. What is that? What's 15 times 8,000? That would be $12,000, right? 800 times 15. That'd be $12,000 in premium. If you got 31 fresh A leads, if you only got 15 sales, that would be $12,000 a week in sales. But you said, like, you can't make 15 out of 30. Right. But if you make one sale and get 10 referrals, another sale, get 10 referrals, another sale, get 10 referrals, another sale. So out of 31 fresh leads, like if I did a contest, Nina,
Mm-hmm.
you tracking what I'm saying?
Yes.
How much could you get out of 31 leads? You think $6,000?
No, then definitely more. Referrals. I'm really good at referrals. So
Right. So if you got 31 up front, so the same thing that Jeff's doing, you could do with direct mail, and I'm betting you'll sell more than he did in that one county. So if you committed to, you understand what I'm saying is, if you lived in Clark County, now don't get me wrong, if you don't call the people, you don't work the leads, you don't know what you're doing, couldn't find you both hands, I get it. You don't need to be spending $5,000 on leads a month. But you understand that's what it said, 119, if you did 119 times 40, that's $4,700. Okay, all right. You can still have 4 more people there.
Yes.
Because you're only getting 31. So we could have 4 people getting 31 leads a week. 3 people getting 31. This is just, people say, like, if your kids ever say, why do I do math in college or high school? Because you'll need to do it to make money. You don't need to be a moron when you get older. You won't be able to make money. All right, tell me another good one. I like Clark County because it's biggest.
All right. So another one is, I like these $20 ones. They get me excited.
Where are we at, Pierce?
I mean, there's a lot of $20 ones. So Hawaii, I know I have some Hawaii people, Honolulu, and then you got San Juan's gone right now.
50 a week in Honolulu we could produce at $20 a piece.
Yes. Why not? District of Columbia, 56 available, $20 a piece.
You're messing with me.
No, I'm not.
50 District of the whole, anybody on the East Coast can get to District of Columbia.
Yes.
Am I right? Ain't that up there in DC?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See how I said that? Ain't that up there in DC? District of Columbia, get it? District of Columbia. Okay, all right.
Santa Clara, California, $30.
Prince George, Maryland, 59 leads a week at $30.
Hennepin, Minnesota, $30, 55 available. Recruit there. If you don't live there, recruit there.
Or travel there and write it off and work 16 hours a day while you're there because you ain't at home doing honeydews or daddy doos or whatever doos you do. All right, I want to kind of hit you again with this. Oh, Andy Riddle right now leads the country at 193 people have signed up. So the Riddle Nation has 193 people signed up for the View. Alex Abian is right behind him at 187. Fitz is climbing fast at 185. Leventovich is 128. Jason and Olga, woohoo, have 114. Diane Lampy, 103. Brandon Manley, 78. Tied with Mr. Stephen Davies at 78. Joe Duke, 68. Adam Gates, 63. Dream Team, Terry Edwards, 58. Jerry and Pam Gonzalez, 56. Jared Gonzalez, 51. Mark Hutchinson, 47. 47, way to go, Hutch. When you just look at it as far as regional managers, Adam Katz leads it with 52. Jake and Beret, 47. Jason Ogle with 41. Terry and Tia, 40. Okay, we'll get these posted. Leads. Oh, the View and convention. How important hanging around going to conventions is it for you, Nina? I know all top 3 producers in the country went to every single event last year. Top 3 went to every single event. Strong correlation. Good words, Clay. Nina, how important is it to you and your people get to these events?
I just love to get together with my friends, seeing everybody again and hugging and, applauding for everybody and seeing these amazing speakers. It just always gives me more excitement. When I come back from an event, I'm up here and I want to do so many things. I'm like, oh my God, I only have 24 hours. Who can I call? What can I do? And that excitement, stays on, but it decreases by time. And, in April, the way I am is I don't have the same energy. I don't have the same excitement. But then I go back to an event, I'm like all hyped up again. And that brings me back, to the next event, to July. I mean, thank God we're also going on a cruise. Yes.
No offense to the people that say they don't need it, but they're not in the top 3 and they're not on the first page. You see the people that say they don't need it, it's on the second and third page, but they tell you they don't need it. It's hilarious. what does it say? How do you, Dr. Heal Thine, how's it go? Dr. Heal Thine Own Self? Doctor's supposed to know, but then they don't do it. How important is it for you, number one, in the United States of America, 1.3 million, with hopefully, I know somebody's challenged you. Jolene, did she challenge you? But what do you think?
No, I mean, I love it. And I love it because you're recognized for what you do. And that is something that is very, very important to me. And that is a big reason why I do what I do, because my life is like a roller coaster, Andy. And that's why I think some people can't handle being successful, because it's up, downs, up, downs, up, downs, up, downs constantly. So when you're rewarded for what you're doing, it makes all of that seem like it's not that big of a deal that you went through that. And then when you get called up there on stage, like, it is the difference maker that helps you keep going. But I also...
Who you hang around, who you listen to, and who you read about.
I also want to say, too, is I don't want to be the one that doesn't hear something because I wasn't there, and somebody jumps on top of me because I wasn't there. I'm a very competitive person, but it's more so in the inside. So I'm like, my outside doesn't show as competitive I am on the inside. But that's how I got to where I am, huh?
Spider Monkey release team. I like it. I'm looking at what I got to tell you. Hey, should we tell people don't be a smiling possum, or you should be a smiling possum? Possum. Get you a shirt. That's what we should tell people. Get you a shirt. That way you ain't got to say nothing. Just get you your shirt. Contribute to Murley's team. And we are still looking for more board of directors on Murley's team. If you want to be a board of director and go to India with us, let us know that. But just leads today. Hey, number of leads on your team, number of people buying leads. Jeff, Megan, Nina, I want someone on your team to compete with you. If they're not on your team, I want on my team competing with you. Challenge them. Let's go. Put in the elbow grease. Make it happen. Thank y'all so much. I know y'all busy as hell. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Later.